Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Cloud Engineering, and I'm back with a new topic. And today's topic is Snowflake. So, Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing solution, which is completely a managed solution. That means, as a user, you don't have to worry about the storage, about the processing, and even about the scaling up and scaling down. And it is compatible with all the clouds. That means whichever cloud you are working upon, you can still use Snowflake. So let's start. Okay, so Snowflake has different layers. You can say the on the bottom there is a database storage layer. That means they will be storing your tables, your views, your database uh, on the storage provided by Snowflake. And storage is separated from the processing. You can see that there is a concept of virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse is nothing but a compute resource provided by Snowflake as per your need, as per your project's requirement. You can choose like what type of warehouse you need, and there are many more options. Like in case you want multi-cluster warehouse or you want auto scaling warehouse, and there are many more settings which you can configure at the time of creation of a warehouse. So after that, there's a cloud. There are a few more things like infrastructure manager is there and optimizer is there. It can optimize your SQL queries. Metadata manager, that means apart from your data, what are other details like your uh, detail about your tables, detail about your views, detail about your access control and everything that's managed by metadata manager. And security is the most important thing when you work with Snowflake, because this provides fine grained control over every database object. That can be database itself, or that can be schema or table or views. You can control the access in a fine grained manner. Okay, so before we start creating our Snowflake trial account, before we do all these things practically, let me show you what are the features available with Snowflake. One thing is high availability. Why it's highly available? Because the infrastructure is completely managed by Snowflake. That means as a user, you don't have to worry about it, and they will provide you the best possible availability. Advanced security is there. As I explained, like the control is you can control the access on table or view level as per your requirement. And it's seamless data sharing. In case you are having a database and you have some data available with you, and you would like to share that data with other teams, even that's quite possible in very convenient way. High speed and performance, because the warehouse size, right, that's completely under your control. In case you feel that your queries are taking time more than expected and your project needs like high performance, in that case you can choose a big server, sorry, big warehouse, and that can provide you the higher performance. Concurrency is there. That means in case you are dealing with a transactional system, which you can say uh, which is connecting to Snowflake, and thousands of transactions are happening per second. In that case also Snowflake can help you. And it supports all forms of data. If your data is coming in a raw form, or it's in a formatted data or unformatted data, or it's in a XML format or JSON format or compressed data, any type of data can be easily processed using Snowflake. Okay, so I think that's all about just a brief introduction and the theoretical stuff about Snowflake. Now let's come back to uh, let's create a free trial account. Okay, so you can go to Google and type Snowflake trial account, and you will find this one, the first one. You can click on this. So it will ask you few details like your first name and last name. Let me put my first name, Neeraj, and here I'm putting Kumar. Then your email address. You can use your personal email address. Company name. You can provide your company name and the role. What of the role? Which role you are uh, playing in your project. So data engineer, data scientist, or consultant. So I will pay choose data engineer. The country you can select, it will automatically pick as per your location, and you can click on continue. After that, it asks you like what type of Snowflake addition you are looking for. So if you will go with the enterprise, that may be chargeable because that's mainly for companies. And again, business critical is also for companies. For learning purpose and your practice purpose, you can go with the standard edition of Snowflake. And then you can choose your cloud provider, because your Snowflake can be very easily integrated with other cloud service like AWS or Azure or Google Cloud Platform. In our case, we'll choose AWS, and then location it will automatically pick, and finally you can get started. Okay, after that it will ask you few things which are optional, but if you want to provide, you are installing this Snowflake for personal learning and development. Okay, and the next one is creating, you can see that, building an application or data product for customer, develop machine learning model or another data science initiative, run analytics or connection to visualization provider. It's up to you, whichever things you want to do. You can check this, or you can even skip that. So there are many ways to execute queries on Snowflake. The most convenient and the most popular is SQL. But yes, it also supports Python. That means in case you write Python code and you want to run that on Snowflake, even that's possible. So I'm selecting these two, and finally I'm clicking on submit. Okay. So now it has sent some activation email to my email address. I will be going back to my email. Let me refresh. Okay. So you can see this, activate your Snowflake account. We'll click on that, click to activate. Okay, it's asking me to choose a username and password. So you can choose anything, it's up to you. I'm putting like Neeraj AWS. Okay, it contain only letters and numbers, so I need to remove this underscore. Neeraj AWS trainer, I'm putting a username and I'm putting some password. Okay, so you can see that I have logged in into my Snowflake account. And now there are many things you can see here on the left side. There's a worksheets. That's nothing but your SQL editor, and the dashboard is there. Then data is there, and many more things. Okay, so that's all about this video. So in the next video, we'll talk about how to create users, because right now you are the account admin because you created your trial account. So you have the full privilege. That means you can create a database, you can create a schema, you can create table views, everything, right? But definitely we cannot provide the full permission to each and every team member. That means we need to create few users, few roles, and in order that the team member can process your data, they would need some warehouses as well, right? So in the next video, we'll talk about how to create users, roles, and warehouses. So see you in the next video. Thank you.